from the University of Guadalajara. I work at the University Center for the Arts, Architecture and Design. So I want to show you a case, a specific case that we are struggling with in the controversy in a water management case in Guadalajara. Well, this is the zone that we are talking about. The content of this presentation is I will give you an introduction, then a background, a zone of study, problematic, the intense debate that we are in now time, and resolutions. Well, meaning of the place, no? El Bajio means down place, no? In English, and the Arenal is sand. So, in other words, is the down place of sand. No? Or in Spanish, Bajio del Arenal. And as introduction, Metropolitan zone of Guadalajara is one of the biggest urban concentrations in Latin America. Groundwater is the second source of drinking water from this metropolitan zone of Guadalajara. The metropolitan zone of Guadalajara has experienced a disorderly urban growth in the last 20 years, and the urbanization has covered almost the aquifer recharge zones. So last 7 years, the aquifer recharge zones called El Bajio has suffered many urban invasions. And the situation has caused controversy between builders versus academia. Well, this is Guadalajara. Here we have our water supply system of the metropolitan zone. We get the water from Chapadas Lake, 60%. We have a small dam, Elias Gonzalez Chavez, 10%. And the rest of the water supply is coming from the Atemajac and Toluquilla aquifers, the 30%. So, Mexican Republic, as you can see here, this is my country, this is my state in western Mexico. Here is the Jalisco state, the Guadalajara city is the capital of Jalisco. We have 4.5 million of inhabitants. Here you can see here the river White watershed here in this part. The another watershed is Atemajac and Ahogado watershed. So our zone of study is here, the aquifer recharge zone, and we have an annual average rainfall 897 millimeters per year. Okay, here we have the hydrographic picture. We have here the El Bajio del Arenal, and here we have here the spring forest, or la primavera, el bosque, la primavera in Spanish. We have here a very important springs, the Columbus Springs, and the groundwater flow goes in this direction to the Huentitan ravine. It's a big canyon, very beautiful in Guadalajara. Here is another picture that you can see the recharge zone, the direction of the flow, and the charge to the Huentitan ravine. Here we have a profile. As you can see here, this is recharge zone. The groundwater flows goes in these directions to the ravine. Yeah. What's the problematic? Okay, this is our watershed in 1542. As you can see here, there is no urbanization, and now is this situation in 2015. So here is the Bajio, or the recharge zone. As you can see, the urbanization has affected a lot the hydrological behavior in our basin. So, as you can see, in 1923, this is a zone before the urbanization. This is the spring forest behind, and here is the aquifer recharge zone. But now it's in this is the situation. No? This is the stadium, Chivas Stadium soccer team. The national soccer team is the most famous soccer team in Mexico. And here, when the spring forest, the recharge zone, the soccer stadium, and buildings for the Pan American Games. In 2011, we have the Olympic Games in America, but the government decided to put these buildings in this recharge zone. What happened when when the games were going that time, they discharged the wastewater to the aquifer zone because they didn't make the right calculations to manage the wastewater. So you can see here, it's a very, very sad thing that we live there. And they throw to the recharge zone. So it's very, very serious thing. Another why we are suffering floods, no? Because it's a down place and there is no capacity to drain all the water. So what happened? Well, after the Pan American Games, a neighborhood committee demanded a legal actions against the building because the builders didn't comply with the construction permission. There was a corruption. So this neighborhood committee demanded a legal action. In 2013, the local government called the experts, builders, and government officials in order to integrate a technical working table with the purpose to resolve these problems. I was in this technical working table, and the agreements of this group will give the recommendations about the future of these zones. But the positions were very opposite. In one hand, the academia, the environmentalists, and the other, the builders and the government. So what was the positions, no? For the experts and environmental activists? Immediately demolition of the buildings. We require the demolition of the buildings. We propose to restore the aquifer recharge zone. Third, installation of the groundwater monitoring systems. This is the position of this group. But the builders and the government officials remove the legal demand, the implementation of sustainable urbanization of the rest of the aquifer recharge zone, and no more study. It is enough. We have already studied a lot the recharge zone, so we need to start to plan all the urbanization of the rest of the aquifer zone. So what happened after 1.5 years? It was a really intensive experience, but for me as an academic, it's not good to fight against the builders. There are very strong economic interests. So we agree that it's necessary to accomplish a deep hydrologic assessment of the zone, no demolition, no more urbanization, even sustainable, until the assessment can be realized, and the legal demands is still continuous. So, what happened? Where are we now in this time? The legal demand still stands. The neighborhood committee is fighting against these buildings. The buildings for Pan American Games are without usage. They are actively deteriorating. The builders, local and state government are pushing to the judge to resolve the problem in favor of them. And experts are pushing to accomplish a serious assessment. So we are very, very concerned about the situation for Guadalajara because, as you can see, 30% of the drinking water coming from the groundwater. So we are fighting now. We are looking for experts from other parts of the world that they can help us to push monitoring systems because we don't have the information. Just I heard that it's very important to give good information. If you can't get information, you can manage the water. So I am agree with that, and now we are looking for this to accomplish this kind of assessment. No? Well, that's all. I want to thank you, my university, who supports my travel to be here and for the attention. Thank you very much.